a provision that's tacked onto the bill that gets to that story we were just telling you about. That ban on abortion at 12 weeks would close a loophole that lawmakers recently created in North Carolina's gun laws.
Let's bring in Laura Leslie from the legislative building now. A reasonable question someone may have is, how do these two issues get intertwined, Laura?
Lena, I mean, abortion and guns are not issues that you think about being in the same bill, but that's exactly what happened here. As we mentioned last week, that abortion bill is 47 pages and very complicated, and it does a lot of different things. This happens to just be one of them. North Carolina does not have a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence. People who commit domestic violence in North Carolina are usually convicted of the crime of assault instead. Well, in the past, when the state required a permit to buy a handgun, the sheriff would be able to see if you had a history of domestic violence and deny you a permit. But when lawmakers repealed that permit requirement earlier this year, they said the federal instant background check system, NICS, would catch everything. However, NICS does not catch those domestic violence convictions from North Carolina because they're not labeled domestic violence. They're labeled assault. So at the moment, there's a loophole that allows people with domestic violence records to buy guns. Now, the provision in the bill would fix that problem by creating a new crime of misdemeanor domestic violence that would come up in NICS. And that's something that the State Sheriff Association has been pushing for some time. They say it's a real problem.
And Laura, that's great context you just gave there. But again, how does this all tie together with the abortion ban bill?
We're still trying to figure that out. The authors of the abortion bill also included some provisions in it that dealt with a whole bunch of different issues, from child care and parental leave all the way to domestic violence protections. They say it's a pro-family bill. They say it would encourage women to have children. It's not clear how that specifically relates to the gun loophole. I asked the sponsor about that today. She didn't really answer that question. My sense is that lawmakers would really rather not talk about having to fix a problem that they created.
All right, Laura Leslie reporting live. Thank you, Laura.